I spent $150 on this box from an eBay seller for a mystery pack. Let's see if we got some good value. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure and welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I do all kinds of coin roll hunts, junk silver purchases, occasional metal detecting and metal pouring, and even open up some mystery packs like this one. That being said, I did spend $150 on this mystery pack and I have no idea what's in it. It's kind of a big box, to be honest. It's not that heavy, but it is big. It looks like it says 2.5 pounds. That's all in, but it doesn't feel like 2.5 pounds. Either way, we're definitely going to get into this box to see if the contents are worth $150 or more or less, and I'll be keeping a value tracker on the screen as I go through it. I also want to make mention that this is going to be a collaboration video where Silver Seeker, Ravenhawk Coins, Keith from Coin Crew, and myself all bought the exact same mystery pack from the same eBay seller, and we'd like to get your guys' thoughts. So also down below in the video description, I'll have the links to all 3 of their videos. If you could do me a favor and after you watch this one, check out theirs. That way you get a good idea of what this seller is sending and you can let us know who got the best pack. There is a little disclaimer at the end of this video that I will cover with you at the end. But in the meantime, I don't want to ruin any surprises. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. I think what I'll do first is just go ahead and crack open this seal and then we'll start pulling out whatever's in there. All right, I have got it open. Looks like I damaged the little Lucky Duck coins and stuff pamphlet. Pretty cool. All right, and let's see what we got in here. We got a couple of bags. We got a bag right here. And we got a bag right here. All right, let me clean this up. I'll be right back. We got a couple of bags. So it looks like we got 2 different bags, and I took a peek inside this bag. This bag looks like it is a bag of all types of coin collecting stuff. So like if you were a new collector and you needed a loop, some flips, and some hard cases. Looks like we even got some Mylar soft cases. We got some gloves here. Really cool. I think this is like a new collector kit, if you will. And there's even some bill holders if we want to collect some bills. So this looks like a new collector kit. I don't need this, obviously. I'm not a new collector, but I do like that Lucky Duck Coins and Stuff is putting together a nice little collector kit with the order. And I don't know if this is something he does with all orders, but it does say, I hope you enjoy your new collector kit. So maybe this is something he does for all first-time buyers of his packages. I'd say this is about a $10 added value for this new collector kit. Not stuff that I need, but always stuff we can all use. So let me start off this with a $10 bag, new collector kit from Lucky Ducks, Coins and Stuff, and I appreciate it. Now let's get to the goodies and see what's in there. So I went ahead and opened up this thank you bag and took a quick peek inside, and there's all kinds of little bags. So I think what I'm going to do is set up the overhead, and we'll do these one little baggie at a time or one envelope at a time and see what we got. All right, we got the overhead set up. Let's just go ahead and start by pulling out stuff out of the bag. The first thing we have is a tiny little pouch. That's really cool that I get to keep some of these little pouches too. And it sounds like we have some coins inside there, obviously. Let's see what we got here. We got 3 buffalo nickels. We've got a 1937 Philly. We got a slick, well, it is a type 1, so it's going to be a 1913. I don't see a mint mark, so we already know it's going to be a 1913 Philadelphia type 1. And then we also have another 1937 Philadelphia. So, you know, we got 3 buffalo nickels. One's really slick, 2 have some detail, but one with the detail looks like it has some corrosion or some kind of damage to the top of it. Either way, I would say for buffalo nickels like this, you're probably looking at 50 cents each. I mean, the dated one's probably 50 cents, maybe even $1, but this one's pretty rough. I could see these for a quarter, but I know it's a type 1, but it's got no detail on it. So I think for the sake of the video, I'll give the benefit of the doubt $1. plus 50 cents is $1.50 plus a quarter. I'll say $1.75 on the buffalo nickels in the little pouch. Next thing we're going to pull out is some quarters. All right, let's take a look at these. Might be some W quarters, maybe. No, they're going to be NIFC. Well, there's an NIFC right here. 2021 S. And then we got a Philadelphia regular quarter. We got a Philadelphia regular quarter. Yeah. So no W's. We do have one little NIFC here. Honestly, you can get these three coin roll hunting. So I'm going to say 75 cents there. And I'll do 50 cents on the NIFC. It is a 2021. It is a San Francisco. Those were only released to collectors or put in sets. So I'll say this is $1.25. $1.25 right here to add to the $1.75 plus the $10 collector kit. Looks like we're at $13 so far. All right, next thing up. Let's just grab this envelope since it's staring at me. 1979 U.S. Mint uncirculated set. Let's see how the coins look. We do have all the coins that we would need for this. 1979. 1979 is a common year. You are going to get the extra Susan B. Anthony dollar. And I will take a peek to see if the 79 Philadelphia is the wide rim. Let me do that really quick, and then I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. The Susan B. Anthony does not have the wide rim near date. Basically just a common set, and most of the coins definitely have a little bit of Tony in here. I went online. These sets are selling between $9 and $12, so we'll just split it down the middle and call it $10. We'll call this $10. It might gray sheet for $1 or $2 more, but I'm going to call it $10. So 1979 uncirculated set from the U.S. Mint in the original packaging, $10. We'll move on to the next thing. I think I saw another case in here as well, so we'll just pull it out. If I can get it out sideways. If I can get it out, it is sideways. There we go. See what this is. 2020 American Innovation $1 reverse proof coin from Massachusetts. You know, I definitely have some of these innovation dollars. I don't know if I have this one, though. But they definitely took their time on the packaging. It's a really cool coin. Let me go ahead and show it to you guys. Very cool. Look how awesome that one looks. Man. You know, I never bought these. I have a couple that was gifted to me, but I never bought them. So let me take a look and see what the value is on this. I don't know how much more than $1 these are selling for, but let me just double check and make sure. Either way, definitely a beautiful looking one, isn't it? All right, I'm back. I went online and looked at recent sales, and for this reverse proof coin from Massachusetts, American Innovation Dollar Coin Program, $12 to $18 is the average sale, so we're going to split it down the middle and call it $15. Very cool. Like I said, I have a couple of these, but not the reverse proof coins, and apparently pretty collectible. We'll add $15 for this one, and we'll move on to the next item in the bag. Next item. We got some loose stuff here, so I'm just going to grab it out. Ooh, a 1947 silver Roosevelt dime, Denver minted, and that is a beauty. Man, definitely a beauty. They have it down as MS66. I'd be hard-pressed to see me get that grade, but I do agree that it is BU and definitely in a higher mint state. 1947 Denver. High-grade Roosevelt silver dime. Before I give a price on this, I do want to check it to see if it's better than the one I have in my album. Let me do that really quick, and then I'll come back with an assigned value on this one on what I think it's probably worth. All right, I had to do a couple things. One, I had to make sure it didn't upgrade the one on my album, and it most certainly does not. And two, I checked for the double die obverse on this coin, and it doesn't have it. I will tell you, after putting it under the scope, it's got a pretty soft strike. So I don't think it's higher than a 63, 64. 63, 64, if I were to get that grade on this one, this puts it about 10 to 12 bucks. I'm going to call it a $10 dime. It is definitely in higher grade. It is in mint state. It is uncirculated. It definitely is a nice looking coin for sure, but it would not get a 65 or a 66 based on the weak strike. And there is a nice little scratch right below the mint mark on the reverse. So we'll call this one $10 for the dime. We'll add that to the tracker, and it looks like we have a little pouch with some pennies in it, or at least some flipped up coins. And let's take a look at these next. We got a 1994 S proof. You know, it's a nice looking coin for sure. We'll call that one $1. Ooh, we got a nice BU wheat cent for sure. We got a 1956 Denver minted wheat cent. Definitely a nice coin. I'll have to see if that upgrades. We got a 1959 Denver. I can't seem to get away from these, but it's a nice coin. We've got a 1963 Denver and a 1964 Philly. Before I give values on all of these, I'm going to do $1 on the proof, but let me check. Each of these 4 coins does have a variety I can check for. I can look for the 56 D over D or RPM. I can look for the 1964 double die reverse. I can look for the 1963 Denver DDO, and the 1959 Denver has an RPM as well. So let me just take a quick look at all 4 of these BU type looking copper cents and see if we have any varieties. And if not, then I'll be back with a guesstimate of their values. Well, unfortunately, no varieties on any of these 4 beautiful copper cents, one being a Wheatie. Based on what I saw under the scope, I mean, you can technically find coins like this coin roll hunting if you hunt enough boxes. I know I have. But I'm going to say $3 on the wheat cent and another $1 for them. So we'll say $4 for all those, and then we'll even add the $1 for the proof. So $5 on this bag. And honestly, some people might pay more than $3 for this, but I'm just trying to be as fair as possible on value. So we'll say $5 for the penny bag, and now we'll move on to the next item. All right, we got everything straightened up. I want to move on to the next thing, but I do feel some more flips in here. And we do have some of my favorite coins, Jefferson nickels. Let's see if we have any dandies in here. That's a good looking Denver minted reverse. 1959 Denver. No full step, still a nice Denver minted nickel. 1956 Philly, no full steps. Another Philadelphia, 1962. And a 1973 Denver. And then a beautiful looking 1964 proof. Well, these are some nice looking Jefferson nickels for sure. And again, you can definitely find them coin roll hunting if you hunt enough rolls. But they are nice, and I got to be upfront here. I just don't think I would go spend money on Jefferson nickels like this, but I do love how nice they do look. I will definitely check them against my book, but to be flat out fair here, I'm going to say $1 on the proof Jefferson nickel, and I will add a quarter for each of these for another $1. Because technically, in the condition that they're in, they're definitely worth more than face value. Although, like I said, you can find them coin roll hunting. So we'll say another $2 on the bundle of Jefferson nickels. All right, moving right along. I do feel a case. I do feel a slab, actually. And we do have a PCGS slab. A 2015 S. And this is going to be... I can tell by the edge it's clad. So this is a 2015 S, which is San Francisco proof 70 deep cameo Homestead National Park quarter. We'll take it. You know, I don't know how many 70s versus 69s they gave out or how many are graded. It is clad though, not silver. I can tell by the edge. But that is still a cool quarter nonetheless. You know, I have seen these before as far as sales, and I think the PCGS guide books them around $25, but you're probably not going to get $25 for this coin. You're going to get probably $15. It is a clad. I wish it was silver, but still a nice coin regardless, and it's in a PCGS holder, which I love. Let me call that $15, and we'll go ahead and grab the next item out of the bag. Oh, we got an old barber. We got an old barber. I definitely enjoy all these little baggies, and I'm definitely going to keep them because I can repurpose them for stuff that I have as well. but a 1901 Barber half dollar. And it's a 1901 O. It's always nice seeing New Orleans minted old constitutional silver. 1901 O, I think, is just a normal date, but we got a full rim. Some of the E pluribus unum in the banner there. No letters in Liberty. I mean, I guess I could argue that there's a slight bit of the L and the I in his headband, but Barber stuff's usually 30 times face right now. So it's probably a $15 coin, but let me just double check in case for some reason the 1901 O is a slightly better date and I'm missing out here. I'm going to call it $15, but let me just double check the year and mint in case I'm off. Yeah, I was off. I had a sneaky suspicion the more I looked at the coin and thought about it that the date was slightly better, and it is. 1901 O is a slightly better date because even in G4 condition, these are selling for about $25. Now, this is probably G4. It might be able to press for, maybe a VG. I'm not quite sure it'd be a VG, but if it's not a G4, it's definitely got to be closer to a G6. In a G4 condition, like I said, about $20, $25. So we're going to call this $25 to be fair. Barbers are very collectible. This is a nice coin. I'm definitely going to check it against my album. I don't think it'll upgrade, but it's got really good detail still. So we'll call this $25 on the Barber half because it's a nice one. All right, I haven't added up the total, but I think we're around $90 or somewhere around 90. Let's see what we got in here. We got a few more things. I'm just going to grab a couple of these out together since they're loose. We got a 2003 P Gem Sacagawea dollar. Too bad it's not the 2000 P. I check it for the Cheerios bolded tail feathers as well as the Wounded Eagle. But, I'm just going to call that a buck. I'm just going to call that a buck, to be honest. We do have a copper round. It's a nice copper round. It's a light coin. I have a Bitcoin one of these and a Dogecoin one of these. I don't think I have the Litecoin. You can get these between $2 and $3. We'll call that $3, so we'll call that $4 in total so far. We've got a couple of V-nickels, a 1910 and a 1909. And they have decent meat on their bones. I'll call them a buck each. So that's going to be, what was that, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, we got an MK Bars hand-poured bar. You know what? That is really nice. And I'm glad he picked this one for me because we got the skull and crossbones here. We got a pirate flag here. And it looks like, kind of like I'm a Buccaneer fan for those that don't know. And it kind of reminds me of the Buccaneers. So very cool. Nice 1 troy ounce silver bar. I don't know what MK bars sell for. It's hand poured and it's a troy ounce. So I'm going to be flat out a little generous on this because I would easily pay $40 for this. I like hand poured stuff. And you got to remember, the guy who pours these had to melt the silver, pour it, and then stamp it and tone it, ship it, and everything. So I'm going to say at least $40, but let me see if these sell for more than that because this is a fantastic little bar. So I checked all the recent sales. Looks like he offers them up between $35 and $45. So there's been a lot of sales at both those prices. So I'm going to split it, like I said, $40. That is a nice little bar. I am actually, so far, this is my favorite thing of the bag. Obviously, I like the Barber as well, but this right here is my most favorite thing so far. So again, we'll add the 40, the 42, 45, $46 for that we found in the bag from those items. All right, we'll go ahead and slide these guys out of the way now. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. I don't know how much more stuff's in here. We do have, we have a roll of something. We have a roll of 2009, original rolls, 2009 pennies. It is only 50 cents to be fair, but it is the 09s. We'll double it. We'll call it a buck. I wish it was the formative years and a Philly roll because I could check for all the extra finger varieties. But just being this, I mean, obviously I'll keep it intact because I do collect original rolls like this. But we'll just call it a buck. And we do another little baggie. Let's see what's in this little bag. All right. Oh, we got some wheat pennies. We got some wheat pennies. Or wheat cents, I should say. Someone's going to say, Rob, they're called cents, not pennies. Let me run through these really quick to save time on the video. And if I have anything that's worth more than 3 to 5 cents, like most wheat pennies are, I will let you know. Let me look through them really quick, and then I'll be back. So in a little baggie of wheat cents, there's 20 of them here. We got a couple of 17s, no DDOs, a couple of 18s, well, 3 18s, 3 19s, a 20. I guess we have 2 20s. 2 25s, 2 27s, 2 28s, 2 29s, and 2 30s. So all common stuff. Some of them are in pretty nice shape as far as their age, but none of them are going to be more than about a 5 cent wheat cent. So there's 20 of them times 5 cents. We'll call it a buck for the bag of Wheaties. So I'm on to the last thing in the bag, and I did a quick tally. We have $139, I believe, and obviously I'll have the value tracker down below, but I think we're at $139, and we paid, again, $150 for this bag, plus $2.99 shipping, so really $153. So we only have one more thing left in the bag, and we would need this item to be at least worth $13 if we're going to break even on this purchase. Let's take a look at what we got. We do have another slab for sure. Wow. Wow. Take a look at this Proof Benji. I don't know the year yet, but holy cow, that is a beauty. And a PCGS holder. If it's 1955 or earlier, and we have any cameo designation, that's going to be ridiculous. All right. It's a 1958. It did not get a cameo. It's a close call. Look at that. It's just not quite cameo enough. But take a look at that grade. Are you kidding me? 1958 Proof 67 Benji. I almost lost it, though. If it would have been a 1955 or earlier with a cameo designation, it would have been crazy. But this is still epic. I am not exactly sure of the value on this, but this is going to put this way, way over 153. Let me bring up the population report on this, and we'll see how much that Benji is worth. All right, I've checked recent sales listings, and I guess I could have looked at the gray sheet, but bottom line is, this Benji has had 3 sales in the last few months, or at least Benjis slabbed like this. One was $59, one was $65, and one was $71. So based on those 3 sales, it's probably a $65 coin. And ironically, PCGS value price is at $65 as well. Had it had cameo, it'd be an absolute monster, but it doesn't have cameo on it. A little bit of cameo on the reverse and a little bit on the obverse. But either way, $65, when you add that to what we had, we're definitely well over. I'll have that total down there, but we only needed $13. So we're about $52 over. So I think this bag is going to price out right around $202 if I'm not incorrect. And if I am, again, I'll have it all tallied up for you guys. Wow. Save the best for last. Definitely did. I did not expect that at all. That's a beauty. That's going to go right in my collection. That's going to go right into my collection. So, now that we've done that, what do we think of the value of this bunch of goodies here? You know, there's a lot of nice stuff. There's a lot of introductory type stuff. There's some stuff I wouldn't really care about. Like, I don't really care about the Sacagawea dollar. I don't really need this 94 proof penny. There's a couple of quarters that are clad. Don't really need that roll. I mean, of course, I'll always take Buffalo nickels, wheat cents. I love nice looking Jefferson stuff. We got some old numismatic things. Love this little bar. And of course, you can never get mad at a couple of slabs as well as some sets. I think if I were to be somebody who ordered this set from this seller, from Lucky Duck Coins and stuff, let me get his sticker out here for you guys, or his thing out here. I think if I was somebody who bought this, I would be overall pleased with the mix. I probably would say it'd be nice not to have some of the stuffers in here, the stuff that maybe not everyone really cares about too much, but it's still a really good mix of things. And honestly, I think even if I were to really cut back on what I priced some of this stuff at, we would have still got our money's worth. So I think I was fair to the seller in it, but definitely am pleased with it. That being said, before I end the video, I will tell you guys, I said there was a little bit of a disclaimer here. Silver Seeker picked out Lucky Duck Coins and stuff off his listing on eBay because the seller had a lot of great feedback. And I went ahead and ordered this with a alias last name when I placed the order on eBay. But apparently, Lucky Duck recognized my P.O. box being in Frisco, Texas. And he sent me an email in eBay that said, hey, if this is the RobFindsTreasure in Frisco, I really love your channel, and let me know if you want anything particular in your mystery pack. And I did respond by saying, absolutely not. Do not send me anything extra. Send me an actual representation of what people can expect if they ordered your mystery pack for $150. I don't want any special treatment. He promised he wouldn't give me any. I don't know if this is what people normally get. He has 100% positive feedback. I don't know what Seeker, Raven, or Keith got, but it feels like it's a little bit better than I thought. You guys can let me know if you think it was a fair one. And I guess once you see Seeker, Ravens, and Keiths, you'll know pretty quickly if all the packs are similar. I just wanted to let you guys know that based on what I see here, I'd recommend the seller, but in full transparency, Lucky Duck did recognize my P.O. box. And again, I did say do not send me anything out of the ordinary. And at least we got our value back. But dang, thank you, Lucky Duck. This is definitely a really good mystery pack in my opinion. Remember, everyone, we're going to close out the video here. Check out the other guys' videos. I'll have their links below in the video description. Please comment on their videos and tell them what you thought of their pack and whose pack you thought was the best, all the way to the worst. Maybe rank them 1 through 4. That'd be cool. I'll also make mention, if you guys would like to check out Lucky Duck's listing, I'll have that link down below, just in case you want to give it a go and see what kind of goodies you get. If you enjoyed this mystery pack unboxing video, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.